Probably not quickly, but I think we would eventually get it most days. Because I was worried the solution was a lot more algorithmic, where it's like the invariant is not quite as simple, and then like the algorithm to prove the invariant is a lot more involved. But it turned out the invariant was super clean and the implementation was trivial. So, totally saved my butt there. Uh, the long algorithmic problems are the ones that I'm really not good at. Okay, let's get started. Okay, welcome back everyone. So we have a problem from the recent China National Olympiad, dated 2023. I don't know what that means, honestly. Probably because, 2023 hasn't happened yet. But the timestamp is 2023, so here we are. So basically, you have this infinite arithmetic sequence. You're told that the common difference, the GCD of the things is not a square, which is good, because if it's a square, then you're obviously screwed. And you want to show that there's an index which is not too big. This grows the size of a2 squared, that is such that am is square free. So, okay, we should just be able to do this, right? Maybe? Let's find out. Okay, so we're going to classify primes into two types. So we're going to P is I need to make up more words. Look, I want to try the primes dividing A1, A2, and the GCD differently from the ones that divide, Actually, that's not even the right thing. Okay, so... okay, so if a prime P divides GCD A1, A2, and P squared divides the common difference, then that prime is completely harmless. Literally every element of the arithmetic progression will not have a square factor of P. And then if a prime P doesn't divide this GCD, or if P divides the A2 minus A1, but not A1, or the GCD, or whatever you want to call it, the prime's completely harmless. And if P doesn't divide the common difference, then it's mostly harmless. And otherwise, you have primes for which P divides GCD A1, A2, which is square free, and VP A1 minus A2 minus A1. Can I just assume that this is like sorted increasing? It doesn't matter, but like... Okay, we call these primes scary. Because basically the intuition is the following. When I split the primes this way, P squared, if P is completely harmless, then P divides at most, or no term, P squared doesn't divide any term of AI. Yeah. And if P is mostly harmless, then P squared divides exactly 1 over P squared fraction of the terms of AN. And if P is scary, then it divides 1 over P. Oh, okay, hang on. This is an infinite positive. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna. I'm just gonna make it increasing so I don't have to think about like stupid decreasing shit. And so all these are positive integers. It doesn't really matter, but here we are. Okay. Now what? So okay, so suppose A1 through like some large thing are all not square free. The number of terms killed divisible by p squared for each prime p. We're just gonna sum, alright? I think this will be. I think we should be okay. So n is at least sum across p mostly harmless of 1 over p squared. Or rather, oh god, alright. There's a reason this is China 5 and not China 4. And it's because you have to do some actual work here. P scary. Shit. These should be ceilings. Wait, actually something's not good about this. Because the problem is there's too many primes that are mostly harmless. So what prevents like just a ton of those from showing up if you get really unlucky with mods? Oh, but the prime has to actually be like... You can discard the harmless primes which are larger than a sub n. Right? In fact, okay. So, yeah, p squared has to actually be smaller than a sub n. Oh god, this is gonna take a while. Da, 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 da. Okay, so okay. Okay, let's bounce some crap. So, cool. So this is greater than... We're gonna estimate the ceilings by just... We're gonna get rid of the ceilings by just adding 1, because we don't think that this is gonna be really sharp. Or rather, we're praying this will not be really sharp, because if it's really sharp, we might be in trouble. But I don't think that's gonna happen. And... So basically the thing is like the harmonic series grows so slowly that I feel like I can do almost anything I want and it should be okay. Okay, so let's bounce some more stuff. Okay, so the sum of 1 over p squared is less than like something. It's less than a half, right? So so we have this leading term here that's like sum of, I'm just gonna say all primes. Hang on, also I'm flipping all the inequalities, aren't I? Shit, I think I flipped like literally every inequality. Crap. Yeah, sorry, this is less than. Okay, so sum over. Yeah, I flipped literally every single one. Okay, sum over. Here I'm just gonna sum over all the primes p. I don't think this will matter. Because the point is that this thing will come to something that's less than 1 and is like, does not depend on n. So as long as that's true, I'm fine. Then there's like a square root a sub n term for like the plus ones. And then there's the sum of scary primes. So we're gonna put n times the sum of harmonic crap. So a scary prime divides both the GCD and the common difference. So in fact, I'm just gonna, okay, at this point, let the common difference have a name. I'll call it capital D. Okay, so the sum of one over p across all the prime factors of D. Ah, screw you. No. Okay, hang on. Okay, so this is plus square root an, and this is the n over p, and then plus the number of things that divide D. I'll just do, you know what, plus 1 is fine. Shit, no, that's not fine. There shouldn't be an n in front of there. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this is less than like so the sum of 1 over p squared is less than a half. I know this because I used this fact on like the USMO in my like, senior year. There was like a problem that was like of the same spirit. So the thing in front of n is equal to this thingy. And then the other thing in front of n, or the constant term is like root an plus like log-ish of D. Log is so small that I don't really care about it because this thing is like square root D size anyways, so that will dominate. Oh wait, oh no, actually this is bad. This thing can diverge if capital D has lots and lots of primes dividing it. Shit. I can't just use prime divisors of D. Wait. Oh wait, yeah, wait, hang on. What? That's not good. Wait, oh, that's bad. If there's enough scary primes, this coefficient of n might grow larger than a half, and then if that happens, we die. Crap. So scary. Because the sum of the reciprocals of the prime does diverge. D is less than A2, less than square root capital N. Yeah, the primes overlap. I was hoping I wouldn't have to use that. Maybe I do. Because this is not... Wait, hang on. If D... If there's just a lot of primes, can this thing overtake N? It can, right? Because N over P is... Like your coefficient in front of the N. Why is capital D less than A... Okay, no, capital D is less than A2, I agree. Because A2 is like... Why is A2 less than root N? Oh, you're saying the bound it asks us to prove is actually really generous. I see. I see. Okay, the point is that I can get D. D is not quite... No, but if it's larger than... Like, if D is just so large that this is greater than 1, then this inequality is just always true, right? Hang on, I'm confused now. I really don't want to deal with prime intersections. I guess it's a finite set, so like... I just feel like the intersections are such second order terms though. Like, am I really... Do I really need to lean on that? Okay, wait. I'm so shook. Wait, something is very wrong actually. No, you're right. I might have to lean on that. Like, okay, like imagine a world where okay, here's what we're gonna do. Instead of summing over all the scary primes, we're going to say for every phi of d over d. Hang on. No. So capital D is the product of a bunch of primes. Like if like say like d equals 30 or something, and like okay, in the worst case everything's divisible by 2, 3, and 5, then it's like every 30 terms, how many of them are bad? And the answer is like not that many, right? Or sorry, the answer is yeah, not that many bad ones. So by the Chinese remainder theory, okay, I have to think this through. Let d, okay, I want to let d equals and d prime be the product of scary primes. Which is obviously less than or equal to d. And we think that d, we basically should assume that d prime is equal to d, but for completeness, we're going to write d prime. Then the fraction of things which are handled by this d prime is what? D prime minus phi of d prime over d prime n ish. I wonder if I can just bound the phi by like 1. Is that a thing I can do? Okay, so you have mostly harmless primes that contribute like up to half n-ish of problems, and then it's not quite a ceiling. It's like I can have at worst like a cycle-ish. No, the problem is like the sum of p dividing capital D can exceed, like if D is divisible by enough primes that this thing exceeds a half, you're just screwed, right? Like this inequality will always be true no matter what n and D are. So that's why I can't let that happen, which is why I need to implement something like this instead. Right, because the whole point of trying to set this inequality up is that I want to make it such that if n is large, the inequality becomes false. Okay, so I think this is good. So like up to like some rounding of d prime-ish terms, you know, this happens. So d minus 1. So the question is like how bad can this get? And the answer is I have no idea actually what the answer is. Okay, we're just gonna leave it like that for now and then see what happens. Okay, so I don't really need this line. I didn't do anything. And then now this is the part where I write so 1 minus like 1 over phi of d prime over d prime, and then plus like log 2 d prime No, this is just d prime. That's fine. Okay, so how bad can this get? The problem is the d prime is large. This is still... Oh god, okay, no, this is not gonna work. Shit. Yeah, because the point is this can still be big, right? I improved this, but it's still gonna converge too eventually, like... Okay, so I do actually need the... Oh god, alright. Okay, so alright. New plan. So call an index useful if AI is not divisible by the square of any scary prime. And then claim among any d prime indices, at least d prime or phi of d prime are useful. And that's obvious. So if this is true, then there are but they're not evenly distributed. That's the problem. Like I have the subset of useful indices. I have the subset of useful indices and their periodic modulo. The set of useful indices cycles modulo d prime. So suppose these are all not square free. If P is a mostly harmless prime, then by the Chinese remainder theorem, among any p squared times... Okay, d prime is such a stupid letter. Can I just call it d at this point? Because I don't think we're going to use the actual d. So among any p squared times d consecutive indices, exactly like d of them, exactly d of the useful indices get destroyed, I guess is what you want to think of it. Like you have some mostly harmless primes that every so often they will, like, you know, your d is suppose like your d is the product of all the primes less than 100, then, you know, every, like, you expect about, like, every 101 square terms you get really unlucky and someone's divisible by 101. And this is a formalization that among any p squared times d consecutive indices, exactly d of them get destroyed. So now oh god, the constants are now suppose n is bigger than like alright, I think I actually have to use the I might actually have to use the target. I don't because this is gonna get really hairy otherwise. If n is more than 10,000 d squared, then the number of destroyed good indices. So the number of good indices is like, oh god, okay. Fucking, oh my god. Like actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let n equals 10,000 d squared, alright? Then there are 10,000 d full cycles of d indices. In each of them, there are d good ones. Meanwhile, the mostly harmless primes that come into play are those with p less than a sub n, which is less than n times, or is this bounded by n times a2? Or sorry, p squared. So shit, I can't use d. No, this is so bad. Okay, never mind. Scratch this. So the number of destroyed good indices is, it's like you lose for every in each of the full cycles for n over p squared d. Exactly d of them get destroyed. And then you have an error that corresponds to how bad your rounding was. And that error can be as large as what? So if you have an incomplete cycle, well, it's at most d minus 1, right? Because in each full cycle you kill d, and then in your error, in whatever's left over. Sorry, let's just write d plus 1. Okay, so actually this is just a ceiling thing I was doing earlier. Let's use that. Okay, now this should let us not die, right? Okay, I think we made it. Okay, so sum p of 1 over p squared. So this is the part that doesn't depend on that. And then there's like a plus 1 d, and then the number of primes, which is like square root an log an times some constant. So this is the number of So there's a number of destroyed good indices, and the number of good indices was equal to was at least. So among any d, at least phi of d are useful. So floor n over d phi of d when we'll bound this by phi of d over d time minus vd. This is what it means to be overconfident. I feel like I'm making the estimates better and better, and it's still not coming together. Also, I think in completely harmless, I don't need it to divide the GCD. I just need to divide the difference. If p squared ever divides the difference, it's okay. And if it divides the difference but not any term, it's also okay. Good is supposed to be useful, right? Yeah. Sorry, yeah. You know, I think it's actually, I just can't call them good. Alright, so it's like, I need this n to be like... That should be fine, right? Because this thing grows super slowly. No. Wait, I'm so confused. This thing can get up to like a half-ish, this thing can tend to 0. Why is the bound off by this much? This is the leading term with the n. I'm not losing any precision because I shoved it all into here. Wait, hang on, am I crazy? Oh, here's the problem. It's not D here. It's like phi of D, right? Okay. I was like, this is supposed to work at this point because I'm not losing any. Ugh. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so now there's a phi D. There we go. Okay, there. Oh god. Okay, thank you QuazDev for the follow. Hello. No, I'm just clouded. Like, I feel like the whole time I know what I'm supposed to do and it just won't work. It's Peace. Okay, this is just me being overconfident. I was like, I should be able to do this. I'm good at math, and then this happens. Oh. So if you do good indices get, I have a p squared in my Okay, cool. All right, we're all good. Life is okay now. Okay, so now this is where the part where I get to use like really bad bounds, right? Okay, so we're just gonna bound this whole thing above by, I know this is at most 2, or at most 1/2. And then there's like, there's an error term of phi. What the hell is this error term? Okay, so I'm so sad right now. I was just like, this should be easy. I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh my god, I didn't realize the overlap was gonna kill me. Or like you actually, I need to actually treat the. I didn't respect the scary primes enough. That's the problem. I was just like, oh, there's they can do whatever. But the problem is that like, you have a sum of 1 over p over scary primes, and if there's a lot of scary primes, that sum can be as large as it wants, which will kill you. So you need to actually like interlace the scary primes against the harmless ones, so that you get like this VFD. Like it's like this times the fraction and this thing. I didn't think I needed to be that careful, but you do, because otherwise you die. Um, Also, I think I flipped like all the signs again. Hang on. This is the number of destroyed good and is destroyed good less than or equal to. I think I flipped literally every. Yeah, I'm really good at this. No, wait. No, hang on. Ah! 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 I need a bound on the number of destroyed things, and then every good index got destroyed. Hang on. Which way do these signs go? Thank you, Cesar, for the follow. Okay, so we are good. We are safe as long as. Okay, so first of all, these should be VFDs, and this should be a VFD. Okay, so we're safe as long as this is true. Okay, okay. It's coming along. Oh my god. What a clown. Okay, so this doesn't matter because we have this term anyways. This is by the prime number theorem. It's due to like the number of primes that are less than square root an. A sub n is like. I should just call it what it is. So it's like I don't think I should use it. So a sub n is less than n times d. We're gonna use that. And then yeah, I can just swallow the thing into the big O term. So n has to be. We're safe as long as n is greater than d. So the phi of d's cancel, which is amazing because I really didn't want to deal with them. And we're safe as long as n is greater than something. What is that something? Phi d's die. That cancels. That goes away. D times square root nd over log nd. Wait, that's not good. I think that's worse than the bound I wanted, right? Wait, why is the bound worse than... What? Do I need to micromanage the primes here? How did I get it? How the hell did I get d cubed? Ugh. I'm so looking forward to doing the clock now after this disaster. Okay, so number of good. This D is not supposed to be here for some reason. Why is that? I had this error term. Okay, in the destroyed indices calculation, I had an error term due to incomplete cycles. If I have, among this many exactly phi of D get destroyed. No, I can't. Can I improve this? How many mostly harmless primes are showing up? How did I get the wrong bound? Also, all these O's should really be thetas because I'm using them in both. Wait, hang on. What am I doing? How? So the cutoff that I need is like root n, right? If p is less than square root n, oh, I need to do that, really? Okay, so if P is a mostly harmless prime, that's okay, for mostly harmless primes P with P less than root n, from these is bounded by okay, so instead of a sub n here, I'm gonna write n. Actually, I'm not even gonna bother with the log. No, I'll keep the log. Why not? There's no reason not to keep the log. And if P is greater than root n, then the contribution is at most 1. X is killed by it. So if P is greater than root n, like because you have an arithmetic progression of common difference D, even though like the numbers are big and whatever, you only get 1 kill for that prime P. Right? If P squared is greater than n, then in an arithmetic progression where P doesn't divide the common difference, at most 1 kill. So this gives up to. So now it's like an log an. Which is root nd. Okay, so this is the bad term, but there's no there's no amplification by phi anymore because that prime is so big. Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, so we're safe as long as phi d nd plus O of root nd log nd. Oh my god, it's actually going to match. Like no, come back. Okay, so question for the audience. Phi of d is greater than square root d. Is that true? I remember seeing this somewhere. Like phi of n is big. Like phi is bigger than square root. Is that true? How do you prove this again? I remember it's true, but I don't remember like if there's like a nice proof, at least asymptotically. But the point is that like this O term is swallowed by like this square root nd term is swallowed by the phi one. The phi is just bigger by a lot. p squared over n. Oh, good point. Yes, I agree. That's what you can. Yeah. Okay, that is a multiplic. Okay, fine. Since square root d less than phi d is true for any d at least one, it follows that this term is encompass is at most. Okay, if it follows that, like, you know, I think the O's are actually confusing me at this point because I don't know if it's depending on N or D. So I'm just gonna write like some constant. C, like, let C be the constant in the prime number theorem, okay? Whatever the hell that constant is. No, okay, we'll just use O's. We'll be grown-ups and use O. This term is at most. So on the other hand, everything but n equals 2 and 6? Oh no. It's not true for, oh shit, it's not true for 2 or 6. Okay, we're gonna put like a 1/2 here. That should make it true. Wait, phi of 6 is also 2. God damn it. Okay, we're gonna put 0.01. That should make it true. Fuck. Okay, so the point is that this square, this term here is smaller than this one anyway, so it gets eaten by it. And so now there's no d. Root n log n. Okay, so as long as n is greater than d root n, this will be true. Of d root n, which is what we wanted to show. Since a2 is less than d is less than a2. Okay, we did it. That was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I feel like I didn't... It's like... I kept trying to be lazy and I kept getting punished for it. Because, like, there isn't a trick here, so to speak. Like, you know, you look at this and the solution is exactly what you expect. But every time I tried to, like, take a shortcut so I could, like, be more crude with the estimates, I got burned for it. Because actually, like, the mostly harmless primes, you need to say, for the mostly harmless primes that are up to the square root of n, you have to interweave them using, like, this thing. But if p is really big, then you need an estimate that doesn't depend on, n-ish. And it's like this one. And that actually surprises me. I didn't think I would have to split the harm. I thought the mostly harmless primes were actually mostly harmless, but you actually have to split them. Like it's. Also, the scary primes will kill you. Surprise. Yeah, wow, that was this is China 5. Oh jeez. The USIMO 6 that I was thinking of when I was doing this problem was like much less technically involved, and it was a USIMO 6. But this is China 5 apparently. Oh Jesus. Yeah, the one thing is that you don't actually need I use the prime number theorem, but you don't need it. If you just use the estimate that the number of primes less than k is at most k, it should work, because all it does is like get rid of the logs that we never used. I wrote classify primes into 2 types, but it's actually 3, isn't it? Yo, add this to size? Yeah, this is going on size. Honestly, this could be on analysis at this point. Because size in NT is not usually quite this precise, right? Like, you usually use a lot of really stupid inequalities, like integers, positive integers are at least 1. But here I actually use like basically the sharpest inequality I could get at every single step. The only things that, like, I had to split the mostly harmless primes. I actually had to split them. Like, you can't just... I still have a hard time believing it, honestly. It's like I actually had to split them because there's 2 estimates you can get, right? Like, if it's like among any p squared times d consecutive indices, but if p is bigger than square root n, then you need to round this off to like, you just say there's at most 1 kill. So there's like 2 types of big. Like I thought there was only one kind of like big, but like both the threshold like part of d and the threshold like bigger than root n matter. Oh god. Does this get added to holiday highlights? It can get added to holiday highlights 2023. Alright, let's write this up. The good news is I wrote basically everything onto the slides, so this write-up will actually not take that long, I think. If n is an arithmetic sequence for which GCD is square free, then there exists a positive integer m, which is at most a2 squared such that am square free. Okay, so we're just gonna copy this. And okay, then we say P is mostly harmless. We say P is scary. Okay, so among the DB that's part of all the scary primes, call an index if AI is not divisible by the square of any scary prime among any D consecutive indices. Not at least, exactly far D are good. No, this is immediate by Chinese. This is obvious. I'm not even going to write a proof. Claim. I satisfy p squared divides AI. So first half by Chinese remainder theorem. Okay, suppose A1 to AN are all square. Okay, n be large. If P is a mostly harmless prime with P less than root n, the number of good indices I. You know, I should just say term, right? Call an AI good if it's not. Okay. Say a term is good. The number of good terms divisible by p squared is at most vd seal n p squared d. On the other hand, if p is less than root n, if p is greater than root n, the number of terms, and consider A1 through AN. Good terms divisible by p squared, the number of good terms, the number of terms divisible by p squared is at most 1. Full stop. Because they're, right? Yeah. Therefore, the number of not square-free good terms is bounded by, this behemoth plus the number of primes which are less than root n. Oh wait, shit. If p is greater than root, I meant an, not root n. Wait, does that screw me up? That shouldn't, right? Because I... No, I do mean n. Yeah, that's the point. Like, if I use an, it's not good enough. Okay, I'm gonna compile this here. Can we add the code force? Alright, I'll add these both the holiday highlights, alright? I guess if people like them that much. Okay, wait, what was I trying to do? Hang on. Okay. Okay, so that's the thing, and then there's the error term of phi of d times the number of primes less than root n plus the number of prime. Oh, sorry, this is square root an, which is plus o of root nd log nd. Oh wow, there's 3 types of fig. I lied. Then p doesn't.
We get so wrapped up in numbers in our society, and the most important thing is that we're able to be one-to-one, you and I, with each other at the moment. That's what's important.
Okay, okay. Wow, this is what an adventure. I actually have to break this into multiple lines. Because it's so long, it's not gonna fit. So, boom, boom, boom. Also forgot a plus sign. Where we have used the fact. We have used 3 facts. 3 well-known facts. Sum of p prime, p to the minus 2 less than a half. The prime number theorem, and the inequality 0.01 root d less than log d, less than phi d, which is valid for any d at least 1. Proved using prime powers of multiplicativity, is that a word, of phi x over x. On the other hand, so we will have a square free term as long as 2d over n is bigger than which is certainly true if n is greater than root O of root d. As d is less than a2, we're done. Okay, is that it? Are we all good? Find all positive integers d such that d squared minus 1 greater than d squared plus 1. Beautiful. Um, wow. There's literally like three. I thought the mostly harmless primes were mostly harmless. But now that I really wrote it up, I actually split it into three cases. Like at most root n, between root n and root an, and then, you know, so big it doesn't matter. Which I guess is a thing that can happen. Like it's the n is big relative to. Oh my god, this is crazy. Wow, China 5. Yep. You know, because it's Christmas Eve for everyone in the US. Not Christmas Eve. It's New Year's Eve for everyone in the US, and it's New Year's Eve if you're outside the United States. So, yes. Last stream. Okay. Find a square free term in Earth. Okay. Wow. Yeah, it's like, I know. I looked at the I chose to do this problem because I knew exactly what the basic idea was just from looking at it. And I had no idea the implementation would be this technical. I did not see this coming at all. Huh. It's also possible I missed something. Like, maybe there is a way to do it that is better than what I did. But wow, I really did not expect this problem to fight back so much. USA is not the only current... Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you are in the Americas. Wow, that was embarrassing. See, the problem is that the time zones are named after the United States. So I keep forgetting there are countries that are like in my time zone that are not the United States. Because they're called like Pacific, Eastern, Central, Mountain. It's like obviously really United States centric. I just forget that, like, yeah, there's other countries in this time zone. Even though the time zones are just named after the US. True, false. You are correct, the best kind of correct. Oh my god. The other AOP solution is using principle of inclusion and exclusion, which seems even more annoying. Can you refund the 256? Yeah, I'll do refunds now. For those. Yeah. Done. Done. Okay, so we can either do the clock problem or we can call it a day. Clock should be easy, right? Do I want to do the clock? Also, is that problem not just like known? I feel like someone else has to have like put that problem somewhere in some place in the world before, because it's just so. Oh, what the heck? There's another problem request. The clock was at the start of the stream. Someone asked me to find the number of times of the day where, if you couldn't distinguish between the hour and minute hand, you can't tell the time. What the heck is this? Wait, why is it positive integers? Excuse me? All my, like, no, why? What? Hello? Just for anyone that's curious, the problem that was suggested was, this thing. And, the main content of the problem is to notice that it says positive integers instead. Oh, come on. We'll dismiss the poll because it was unanimous, yes. Yeah, like positive integers, so they're all one. The end. Thank you for the solve. I am not doing that problem over real numbers. Yeah, you can. We can make like a 20-second YouTube video with it just me being like, no, just no.